Good evening. We are bringing you commentary of Paris Saint-Germain versus Manchester City today from the Champions League semi-final. I'm your alternative host, Russ Vernon, and I am joined by your alternative commentator, Mike Harniman, and you're listening to Football Commentary Live. We were yesterday the other semi-final, which saw Real Madrid and Chelsea go head-to-head and end up with a 1-all draw. Brilliant commentary from Matt Niles. He'll be back with us at on Thursday, tomorrow in fact, for Manchester United's Europa League clash with Roma. Mike Harniman will also be bringing you Villarreal v Arsenal tomorrow night as well. Then on Saturday you've got myself and Nicholas Jones doing Sheffield Wednesday v Nottingham Forest. And then on Sunday at 2 o'clock you've got Newcastle v Arsenal with Jack Cunningham and Mike Harniman. And speaking of Mike Harniman, let's fetch him in to refer to this semi-final first leg, which is taking place at the Parc de France in Paris. We're watching it from our nice warm studios up in the UK. We'll come up and we'll hand over to Mike now. Say a very good evening to you, Mike. How you doing, my friend? You okay?
Good evening, Russ. Yeah, doing good. I wouldn't mind watching it from Paris. I think they've probably got better weather than we have. It won't be as cold as it's been over here today, but yeah, I'm doing good, mate, and looking forward to the second semi-final. Of course, the first one yesterday that Matt brought us was fantastic, and of course Chelsea got the away goal to bring back to Stamford Bridge for the second leg for the game next week, and it's going to be all about Man City, and let's see whether they can do the same.
Yes, let's see if Man City can do the same. There's few good. Man City have got a fairly strong lineup, so too as Paris Saint-Germain. Let's look at one of the key battles, what could be a key battle tonight, which is Ruben Dias and John Stones against Kylian Mbappe, Neymar and Angel Di Maria. If the 3-3 for Paris are on form tonight, Paris Saint-Germain are on form tonight, Mike, do you think they can cause problems for the City backline, or do you think the backline of Walker, Stones, Diaz and Cancelo for Manchester City can get at them and stop them from trying to create stuff like they can do in the Paris Saint-Germain front three?
Yeah, for me, I think you've got to look at that, front three, possibly even a front four if you put Verratti in there as well. They're very talented players. They can certainly make things tick. And, of course, Neymar and Mbappe know where the back of the net is themselves as well. Di Maria, of course, creative and will have a bit of a point to prove, having played for the other Manchester club in Manchester United as well, as will... Under Herrera, incidentally, as well, if he gets off the bench. But we'll go through the lineups in a little bit. But if you look at that front four, the three in particular there of Di Maria, Mbappe, and Neymar, they've certainly got the quality there to cause Manchester City some problems. Yeah.
And Mike, if you flip it to the other side, you're looking at the City front three tonight: Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, and Foden. Bernardo Silva mainly a winger, predominantly a winger, in fact, and playing through the middle today. How much do you think those three could hurt PSG tonight? Plus, they've also got the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan coming from the midfield as well.
Yeah, so same again, really. They've certainly got good quality about them. Gundogan's, of course, done very well for Man City. Got himself a few goals this season as well. Kevin De Bruyne, everyone knows his quality. Riyad Mahrez, everyone knows his quality as well. And Phil Foden is certainly one of the best, if not the best, up and coming talents in world football. Certainly in the UK, anyway, in England.
Yes, you said Phil Foden's one of the up and coming talents, mainly in England, probably amongst the UK as well, in my opinion, as well as yours, Mike. Looking at another player who will know all about Manchester City from his time in England is Idrissa Gueye, who used to be at Everton. Do you think he'll be wanting to prove to likes of Everton and Man City that he should be, especially Everton will let him go on the performance that if any members of the Everton board are watching and the Premier League as well, they should never have left the Premier League? Do you think he'll have a point to prove that saying he should be still in the Premier League, Mike?
Yeah, very much so, in my opinion. And of course, if you look at that battle as well between him and Rodri, and even Gundogan in there as well, there's certainly him and Paredes who are going to be the two midfielders for PSG coming up against say Gundogan and Rodri. It's going to be a good battle between them, and I think whoever wins that battle, their side will probably go on and more than likely win the game as well.
Yes, you mentioned them, and they're probably more likely to go on and win the game as well as wins the battle between Idrissa Gueye, Rodri, De Bruyne, and Gundogan with Paredes and Verratti as well. If you look at the subs bench, you've already touched upon a member of the PSG bench in Ander Herrera, the former Manchester United man. There's also got the likes of Julian Draxler, Moise Keane, should I say, Mario Icardi on the bench as well for PSG. And then if you look across at the Man City bench, they've got the likes of Sterling, Jesus, Aguero, Ferran Torres, Fernandinho, players who could come on and create or change the game if needed. That's why I picked the players out I have, Mike. If you're looking at those players I've mentioned from both sides, if you was say going on the PSG players first, Mike, if you was Pep Guardiola, which players out of the ones I mentioned, so that's Herrera, Draxler, Moise Ken, Icardi, out of those, Mike, which ones would you be more worried about first?
So I'd probably, if I was, of course, the manager Mauricio Pochettino of PSG, and things aren't going my way, I'd look at Icardi. I think Icardi's been very good of late. He's got himself some goals in the last few games as well, and I believe that he's a good option if you need to change things or want to change things in the front three. And then of course you could potentially, maybe move Mbappe out to the wing, take Di Maria off, and then you've got Icardi through the middle there, and then you've got the attacking threat still with leaving on Neymar and Mbappe, and then having Icardi sort of there as well. But it's a good enough lineup for PSG to win the game. But I do like Icardi, and I think he's been playing quite well the games he's played lately. He's got himself some goals, as I already mentioned.
Yes, and just before we hand over ready for the first half coverage, if you look at the Man City bench, they've got the likes of Sterling, Jesus, Aguero, Torres, Fernandinho, Zinchenko, who likes to get forward and create. They've also got Benjamin Mendy, who can get forward and create as well. Looking at the options that Pep Guardiola was on the bench, who would you probably turn to if he's not going right if you was in Guardiola's shoes, Mike?
So they've got some fantastic players. If you look at that bench, there's Raheem Sterling, of course. He can either play on the wing or potentially up front. A real, good player, Raheem Sterling. Exceptional player, in fact. Gabriel Jesus as well. Sergio Aguero. This could be his swan song, really. I don't know how much more action he'll get in the Premier League. Of course, they're out with the FA Cup on Man City now as well. The Carabao Cup has been and gone, and of course they won that at the weekend against Tottenham as well. So this might be Sergio Aguero's swan song. It might be one of his last opportunities to play. Well, certainly in a big game anyway. So potentially Aguero might be used.
Yes, and you've mentioned there it could be Aguero's last chance to play in a big game. He's leaving Man City at the end of the season, which we've known for quite a while, Mike. Knowing what he can produce if he's given the order pace or the order space and pressure that he likes to use as well. How big of a miss do you think he will be if when he does leave Manchester City? Do you think they've got enough to replace him with the people who've got in the squad, or do you think they need to go and buy someone?
I do think Gabriel Jesus can step up when Aguero does move on, and the Brazilian can fill the Argentine shoes. But Manchester City have got the backing of the Sheikhs as well. So I'm sure if they need to go and spend, they will spend. I think they'll get a fairly hefty transfer kitty for the summer as well. Will Pep Guardiola's men and. I think one of the priorities probably will be a striker, because even if Gabriel Jesus does play there, there's other options. Of course, there's the likes of Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez and Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling that can all play there potentially, but none of them are real out forwards, whereas Gabriel Jesus is. So I'm sure they probably will end up looking at strengthening that area when Sergio Aguero leaves come the end of this season. Yeah.
Yes, the players are almost ready to make their way out to the field of play. Are there any sign of the players yet, Mike? From what you can see?
Not just as of yet. It shouldn't be too long. I will quickly run through the lineups in full, though, just whilst I'm on the adverts here. So it's Navas in goal for PSG. Then the back line is Florenzi, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, and Baka. Then Paredes and Idrissa Gueye. Then midfield. And then also Di Maria, Verratti, Neymar, and Mbappe make up the 11 with a bench of Keira, Icardi, Rafinha, Pereira, Rico, Keane, Sarabia, Kurzawa, Herrera, Diallo, Draxler, and Dagba. Of course, I didn't mention Draxler. He's another name that might be used. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be in the options to come on at some stage if it's not going in the former Tottenham manager's favour. And then, of course, for Man City is Ederson, Walker, Stones, who is back in after suspension. Of course, because this is not a domestic game either as well. Diaz, which means that Laporte drops to the bench, even though he did get the winning goal in the Carling Cup final at the weekend. And then Cancelo at left back, Gundogan, Rodri, Silva, and De Bruyne make up the midfield, with Mahrez and Foden up front. And then the bench is Nathan Ake, Sterling, Jesus, Aguero, Zinchenko, Stefan, Laporte, Ferran Torres, Mendy, Fernandinho, Eric Garcia, and then the second backup goalkeeper is a young man called James Trafford.
Yes, good bench there for Man City.
As well. Yeah,
good bench for Man City there as well. Mala, we've touched upon a few of them on the bench as well. Mm-hmm. So it'll be an interesting game for us all to listen to and watch tonight. And a lot of
just going to go through the officials actually, just while I can as well. And the referee for today is the German Felix Breich. He's assisted by Mark Borch and Stefan Lupp, both from Germany as well. Daniel Sirba is the fourth official. VAR is Marco Fritz. These are all German, as is Bastian Danker, the assistant VAR as well. And the UEFA delegate is David McDowell from Slovenia. And the referee observer is Roberto Rossetti, who, of course, something is Italian.
Yes, and we should be all said. The players probably just emerging from the tunnel right now. So what I'm going to do, and over to your match commentator for first half coverage of PSG against Manchester City in the company of Mike Harniman.
Thank you very much. They haven't actually emerged from the tunnel just yet on my screen. They're just going through a couple of last-minute preparations and things like that. But the game should be underway any second. I'm not too sure why it is not coming up on my screen. Let me just bear with me there. Just have to check I didn't have any technical issues. Let's just make sure it was on the right channel as well, which it was, but it was just being a bit funny there. So just hang tight and we will get underway. The game should be underway as soon as I get into the channel, hopefully. Yeah, and it's not quite underway as of yet, but they are just about to get underway now. So it's actually perfect timing as they just about to get underway. It looks like it's going to be PSG to get us underway. They're just about to take the knee up first of all to stamp out racism, of course. As you see Neymar there on screen. The man, the sort of one of the most fantastic men, really, in not just the French league, but in world football. And of course, Kylian Mbappe as well is the man who has just kicked us off, and he's gone back to Idrissa Gueye, and it's currently all the way back with Marquinhos, and now over to Florenzi at right back, and then just on to Paredes, I think that was just in front of him. Is out of play for a throw-in early on for PSG, and it's now Kimpembe who's just got the possession here from a short ball from Marquinhos as well. And they're playing short passes there, the two centre-backs, just, quite simple. 1-2s at the moment. Here's Idrissa Gueye now. On to, that was Mbappe. Here's Verratti now. On to, who's that there? That is Neymar. And just towards Mbappe there, but it's well tidied up by the Manchester City defence and given away though, and it's gone out of play there in the end for a throw-in. Just got underway in this game. We've had just under a minute. Obviously, it's PSG against Manchester City from the Parc of the Princes, as Russ has said already, although we don't broadcast from there at the moment due to COVID restrictions. We are broadcasting from our own studios, and it's PSG 0, Man City 0 in the early stages. And it's Manchester City in possession at the moment in time through the former Tottenham man, Kyle Walker, the right back. And he's gone in here to Rodri now, and on to Gundogan. Looked like it was going to be a bit of a short ball, but Rodri did want to get there in the end. And it's now with the Manchester City defence. And it was, in fact, Gundogan just got the ball there from a quick ball from Ruben Diaz. And here's Kevin De Bruyne now, and out he goes to Phil Foden. And he has had to go back there. He's using Cancelo. Now it's Gundogan again. On to Rodri now. Dispossessed he was though, and here's I think it's Mbappe on the run here now. Here's Neymar. He's going to get a shot away. Yes, he is, but it's straight down the nose of goalkeeper Ederson. And that's the first attempt of the game. And it's gone to the home side, and it was gone to Neymar as well. And it's quite a tame effort, really, that one. But it's just a good start for PSG. They started quite brightly. Both sides passing it on the floor, which is lovely to see. Been a football fan more than anything else, because love to see teams that just get it down and play it, which is good, rather than just hoofing it long. Here's Rodri now, and here's Gundogan. He's going to switch the play now. Over to Kyle Walker. In it goes to Rodri. And he's going to use Kyle Walker again. There's John Stones now. Here's Kyle Walker. Good time by the English right back. He's gone back to John Stones now. He's had to go to Silva now as well, Bernardo Silva. And he's got it back. And here is, who was that there? I couldn't quite see it. Here's Riyad Mahrez anyway. Going on a nice marauding run as the former Leicester man. Feeds the ball to Kevin De Bruyne. And that is excellent defending there from, first of all, Marquinhos, and then Mitchell Bakker to win the goal kick as well. Just cleared that one off of his man and away from danger. And it's gone behind for, for a goal kick to the home side, who are in possession right now. It's Idrissa Gueye and now Kimpembe, and there is Marquinhos as well. And Kimpembe gets it back. And there's Idrissa Gueye again, the man that Russ mentioned earlier, of course, has Premier League experience in the past with Everton, as Russ said. Here's the number 6, Verratti now, and it's switched out to the right-hand side. And here goes Florenzi. Florenzi's trying to whip it in. It's too long for Mbappe, and it's tidied up and cleared by the Manchester City defence, but only into the midfield there. And it's a little bit of head tennis at the moment. And it's good play there by Silva. Good skill there as well. I thought it was a foul there, but the referee said no. It's now with Mitchell Bakker again. And it's Mbappe couldn't quite keep it in, could he? I think he had. I think he did just about keep it in. And it is now with Paredes. And there's Mbappe now. And I think Verratti's giving it away there. Here's Bernardo Silva now, going on the run. Taking it past Verratti and Bakker as well, into De Bruyne. Onto Riyad Mahrez, brought on by Mitchell Bakker to get it cleared on. And it's quite a cagey affair in the opening almost 5 minutes. That was a bit of a late challenge almost. It's lucky there that Paredes didn't catch his man, because that would have been certainly the first yellow if he did. There's a bit of a late challenge there. Here's Kevin De Bruyne, giving it on to Gundogan now. Back to De Bruyne again. Going to switch the play over to Riyad Mahrez now. Takes a couple of touches here. The Algerian. He's going to go back to Kyle Walker. On he goes to Rodri now. Into Ilkay Gundogan. What's the German going to do with this? He's trying to feed the ball through to Kyle Walker. Sorry, to Riyad Mahrez it was that time. And it was too long and it gone behind. Of course, just showing the man on screen, the manager of PSG, and that, of course, is former Tottenham manager, Mauricio Pochettino, and wasn't able to win a trophy with the lily whites, but when he's been at PSG, he's already done very, very well. And of course, got a very good opportunity of getting through to a final as well, where they're going to, of course, face the winners of Real Madrid and Chelsea, which, of course, ended as a 1-1 draw last night in the first leg there. Here's Manchester City in possession now, though, and it's Cancelo, I believe, in possession there. Yes, it is. He's gone short to Gundogan and Rodri now. And here's John Stones. Here's Kyle Walker now, the two Englishmen combined. About 6 minutes, 20 seconds or so. And still remaining as a goalless draw at the moment. And here we go. Let's see what happens here now. It's Phil Foden given away and went back through to John Stones in the end. And here's Ruben Diaz now. And it's Kevin De Bruyne. Diaz again into Gundogan. What's he going to do with this? Here's Rodri now. And it's looking for Riyad Mahrez there, but the ball was too long. Straight into the hands of Keylor Navas, the goalkeeper. They're just showing Pep Guardiola on the screen as well, the Manchester City man. And of course, the only real chance of note as of yet is the weak attempt by Neymar, which took about 2 minutes for PSG to get on target. That's the only chance in the opening stages of the game so far, as it is the home side in possession of the ball right now as well in their own half. And ball through here to Mbappe, good defending by Ruben Diaz, just heads it back to goalkeeper Ederson, who comes out and claims it there and throws it out to Kyle Walker. And Kyle Walker tries to go back, but he wins a throw-in the end off of Neymar and gets a pat on the head for his troubles from his manager as well. And it's just going to be taken by Kyle Walker. The man just won the throw. He's going to take it himself. Manchester City in their light blue shirts. PSG in their usual home kit as well, which is the more sort of darker blue, or might be purple, in fact, as it is Manchester City in possession now. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. And it's now with Rodri. On it goes to Silva. Here's Riyad Mahrez now. Riyad Mahrez is going to try and take it around his man, is he? He's going to go inside, in fact. Goes back to Kyle Walker now. Kyle Walker knocks it along to Diaz there, and then he knocks it on to Cancelo. Here's Kevin De Bruyne now. Closed down by Idrissa Gueye. PSG are on the counter, and it's well defended there by Rodri, though, who just kicks it all the way back to his goalkeeper. And PSG aren't able to get up the field, and Manchester City have possession once again in their own half now, and it's Gundogan and Diaz and Cancelo as well, all combined. It's now currently with Gundogan, I think. And it's now currently John Stones, the former Everton man, the man in possession. He's got it back again as well now. Here's Ruben Diaz. And he's going to go into Kyle Walker now. Kyle Walker's going to take a touch. He's going to bring it into midfield as he likes to do, bringing it central. Kyle Walker on a rolling little run. Good tackle there. Twice, in fact, by Verratti there. And the man who's just playing off of the strikers has won that free kick as well. Two fantastic tackles there. In fact, it was actually Paredes. I did a disservice there. It was actually Paredes, the man that was involved there. So great tackle from the Argentine, not once but twice. They look at it as a man down for PSG, for Man City as well. And I think that is Kyle Walker. It's got Kevin De Bruyne over him, just helping him out at the moment. But Kyle Walker there looks in a little bit of bother after that tackle from Paredes. We kind of did leave it in on him a little bit in the first one. He left it in more on the second one, but it wasn't. It was actually Kyle Walker that was down. So I don't know whether that was not too sure, but anyway. It's a long ball here from Marquinhos now, and it's all the way through to Ederson. He comes out and claims that very well. You're not going to miss Ederson in his pink kit. Bright pink kit. And he's going to bowl it out to the Manchester City centre back Diaz and get it back from him as well. And then take 3 touches in fact, and then play it out to Kyle Walker, who loses the ball. Does he? No, Kyle Walker's still got the ball here now, and here's Bernardo Silva. Through ball to the Algerian Riyad Mahrez. Good defending there by Mitchell Bakker, the number 25 for PSG. Good play from the left back. And it is now PSG in possession. Here's Idrissa Gueye now, and there's Marquinhos, I think that was. In fact, it's Paredes now. Good through ball there. Good defending from the Manchester City man as well, which was Rodri. Didn't quite see who it was that got the ball. But here's Di Maria now, the former Manchester United man. He's going to try and use his footwork, and he's done very well there. And he has won a corner as well for the home side. Di Maria hasn't been involved in the game really in the opening stages, but that's a very bright spark there from the Argentine, and very good feet. Took it round 1 or 2 men, dancing feet there, and then wins a corner. So very well worked bit of play there from the PSG attacking midfielder. And Neymar's over the delivery. 12 minutes played, still goalless. Neymar delivers it in. There's an opportunity here now. Is that Mbappe? Is it? It's fired at goal. Oh, it's well blocked there by the Man City man. Here's Mitchell Bakker now. On it goes to Neymar again. What's he going to do here? He's got Di Maria in support if he wants him. He's got it back from Verratti though, and it's a great save. Neymar there. Good opportunity. And let's have a look there. There's a good opportunity straight at goal, but well defended by Edison, who got his hand on that one over the top. Here's Neymar now from the corner. Verratti's in there as well. Very frantic pace of this start of the game. And PSG and Manchester City yet to score, either of them, but certainly both looking to get on the front foot in this game in the early stages. And it is PSG and Kimpembe now, is it? In fact, it's just a guy. Now it's Kimpembe. Got it from Marquinhos. So got it to Marquinhos. It's Florenzi now. Back to Marquinhos again. Going to switch the play over to Mitchell Bakker. Very good crossfield pass it was as well. Here's the number 6, Verratti now. Here's Neymar, and then on to Idrissa Gueye. On it goes to Neymar again. Battling with Rodri. Done well there to give it to Paredes. And Paredes is going to switch the play. On it goes to Florenzi. And now it's Mbappe now. What's he going to do here? He might have to go back, which he does. He goes back to Di Maria. Di Maria's effort is deflected and behind for a corner. And that's the second time that Di Maria has looked very, lively there in the last few minutes. And, certainly getting into the game, the former Manchester United and Real Madrid midfielder. And it's now Di Maria who's going to take the corner from the other flank, in fact, from over on this right side. In fact, it is Di Maria, yeah. He's just got his hands in the air now, which normally signals that it's going to be a delivery to the near post, I believe, if I remember correctly from Stevenage, but we shall see. Yeah. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. Great delivery that from Di Maria, straight onto the head of Marquinhos, and we've got the first goal of the game, and it is the PSG skipper as well, Marquinhos, who gets the goal. Brilliant delivery from the former Manchester United man, the Argentine Di Maria, straight onto the head of Marquinhos, unmarked, and heads past Ederson, and it's into the back of the net. 15 minutes played, and PSG have taken the lead in this game in the Champions League semi-final first leg. Just having a look there, Manchester City might have been complaining about a potential foul. Marquinhos there was muttering something to one of his defenders. Marquinhos gets up and does very well, heads that one past Ederson. There's no foul in that for me, and rightly given. Good header by the PSG number 5, and they are ahead 15 played. PSG 1, Manchester City 0. It's a great goal as well. And Keylor Navas there is just praying as well as the corner come in. And he's very pleased there that his prayers have been answered. And PSG are in possession once again right now as well. And it is Kimpembe. And now on to Navas, the man I just mentioned in my last sentence there. It's now out to Manchester City's Cancelo that was. Now it's Diaz. Now it's Rodri. Here's Gundogan. On to De Bruyne. Out it goes to Cancelo. See if Manchester City can get an early equaliser here after not long going behind. Here's Cancelo again. It's given away, and that's Marquinhos does very well in a defensive sense there. It's given away by, I think that's Di Maria who gave it away. Here's Cancelo though. On it goes to Gundogan now. Here's Rodri. Gundogan again. The German, good turn as well. Back to Rodri now. And he's had to go back to John Stones, who's going to go out to Bernardo Silva. Riyad Mahrez is in support if he wants to use him, which he does. Here's Rodri now. Here's Kyle Walker. There's the Algerian Mahrez again. Kyle Walker now. And it's now with John Stones. Here's Ruben Diaz as well. See whether Manchester City can get an equaliser pretty early on after just going behind there. Still PSG 1, Manchester City 0. Goal coming about 2 minutes ago through the centre-back Marquinhos from the corner, whipped in by Di Maria. And it's, I think that was Bernardo Silva there trying to find Riyad Mahrez, and now we've currently got 2 balls on the pitch, so that's going to have to be retaken now. As it went out of play for a throw-in, and the other ball was thrown back on as well, and it's now going to be retaken by PSG's left-back Mitchell Bakker. He's going to throw it short. And Neymar dances all the way back and then smashes it across to Florenzi, that is, the Italian. And it's a good play from him as well. It's now with Idrissa Gueye. Here is Verratti now. He's lost out to Riyad Mahrez. And Riyad Mahrez in turn loses out to Neymar. But in fact, the free kick has been given here by the German referee, which of course, as I mentioned earlier, is Felix Breitsch. Didn't like that challenge there. It was certainly a foul on Riyad Mahrez as well. It's Manchester City in possession at the moment with Cancelo. Here's Gundogan. Here is Diaz now. Back to Gundogan. Diaz again. Out it goes to Cancelo now. Now it's with Gundogan one more time. And now back to John Stones. He's going to go short here to Kyle Walker as well. And then 1-2 with John Stones again. And now on it goes to Rodri, the holding midfielder. The CDM. And it's now with Ruben Diaz. And Ilkay Gundogan was involved there as well. Now it's João Cancelo. And Cancelo is going to be forced back to Ruben Diaz again. And it's a little bit of time for PSG just to get their shape right and to make sure that everybody's in position. And Manchester City looking to break them down. Good ball across to Riyad Mahrez, that was as well. I think it was Rodri, in fact. Riyad Mahrez is going to try and take it round Bakker now. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Good header away there from Mbappe, I think that was at the back. In fact, it wasn't. In fact, it was Kimpembe, I believe. Here's Kevin De Bruyne now. It's now Rodri. It's now on it goes by Cancelo to Phil Foden. Here's Gundogan. Cancelo's got it back as well now. Going to try and whip this one in, which he does. And it's, that was unlucky there. Coming on the end of that was Bernardo Silva. Tries to just squeeze it in at the near post there, past Keylor Navas, but the Chilean goalkeeper was alert, just to get that one behind for a corner ball. He was very careful there as well, and he had to be, because any mistake there, and that's 1-1. But it's a corner ball, and here's Riyad Mahrez over it. Real Mahrez whips it in, and it's a good head away by Marquinhos, the goal scorer. And out of play for a throw-in now to Manchester City. We're just starting to pile on the pressure a little bit. Try and get this equaliser. Here's Kyle Walker over it now. And it is now with John Stones and Ruben Diaz. And here is Cancelo that time. Here's Phil Foden now. There's João Cancelo again. Going to switch the play to John Stones. He's coming out of defence now. And he's got it back here from Kyle Walker as well. And when it goes by Rodri, but given away. And it's now with PSG. See what they can do, whether they can counter-attack here. Here's Mbappe. Here's Verratti. Mitchell Bakker. And it goes now to Kimpembe. It's Mitchell Bakker again. Was he fouled there? It was actually Verratti. Was he fouled, I should say? In fact, the referee said no. And it's now all the way back with Kimpembe and Marquinhos, the goal scorer, and Verratti there as well. And now over to Florenzi, playing right back. He's in today. Of course, they had other options because they could have used as well, but they didn't fancy using him. They wanted to stick with Florenzi today. It's now Verratti. Was there a foul in there? The referee says yes, there was. It was a foul by. Let's have a look. Who was it? The man that made the foul there. I think it was on Rodri, and it was by. Couldn't quite see who it was. It was actually Florenzi, the man that just fouled Rodri there. So we're about halfway through the first half, and PSG leading this game by a goal to nil, scored by Marquinhos from that corner ball, which was delivered in by Di Maria about some 7 or 8 minutes or so ago. They're doing well to hold on to it as well as things stand. Here's Idrissa Gueye now. Of course, PSG certainly have enough attacking threat to hit you on the counter-attack. They've shown that against Bayern Munich and also against Barcelona in previous games. There's a foul on Neymar there as well. Neymar was going on a nice marauding run there, and the Manchester City man, which I think was Kevin De Bruyne, was it? Indeed it was. Didn't fancy letting Neymar get past him. He took him out there as he was going through, and certainly a free kick just inside the PSG half. Taken short by Paredes onto Guy, and then it's now with Marquinhos. Here's Paredes again. There's Idrissa Gueye now, and now it's Marquinhos. What's he going to do here? He's going to go out to Florenzi, the right back, on the right touchline. There's Marquinhos now. Here's Idrissa Gueye, now Florenzi. On he goes, just touches it onto Di Maria there. There's Neymar, and there's Verratti. Di Maria going to try and whip it in. Good defending there by, I think that was John Stones, which it was, and then the second ball through only went through to Edison by Neymar. Couldn't really do anything with that one. It might have been Verratti, in fact, who tried to feed Neymar from that opportunity there. Apologies if it was. And it's now Manchester City in possession. That's a fantastic back heel by Rodri as well. Beautiful bit of skill, that one. Here's John Stones now. Got the ball there from the centre-back, Diaz, and now here is Rodri again. If skills win your football, then that's certainly up there. But unfortunately for Man City, they don't. That's João Cancelo. It's Mitchell Bakker now to the other left-back. Here's Verratti. Marquinhos now onto Neymar. Neymar gets it back from Guy. Neymar, Mitchell Bakker's in space. Is he going to keep balling? Yes, he is. Mbappe is going to want it here. What's he going to do? Is he going to go and use Neymar instead? Yes, he does. Mbappe's in a little bit of space over on this touchline, and he's got it as well. Here is Verratti now. Paredes. Idrissa Gueye. On it goes to Marquinhos. Here's Di Maria now, sorry. There's Marquinhos again. Here's Kimpembe. There's Florenzi. In fact, it's Di Maria. Florenzi was making the run, but he didn't use it. Di Maria's got it again now. Here's the number 6 Verratti. Now they've gone to Florenzi. Whips in and it's gone behind off of the Man City man for another corner. Come off of Rodri, I believe, that time. And of course, the last time that PSG had a corner, it ended up in the back of the net. So I'm sure they'll want to replicate that once again. In fact, was it the last time or was it the time before that, in fact? I don't know if they had a corner in between. Maybe they have. But anyway, they certainly scored from a corner already tonight. It's going to be taken by Di Maria, I believe, over on that side, which it is. Whips in, and it's Edison just gets a strong hand on that and powers it for a corner on the opposite side. It was a good delivery by Di Maria as well, and I think it's Mbappe going to take this one. Still PSG 1, Manchester City 0, coming up to 26.5 minutes. In fact, just gone over 26.5 minutes. And Neymar's going to take the corner. Mbappe's left it to him. Let's see what the Brazilian can do here now. As he's just got a few issues there to deal with. First of all, the referee. I think it's something to do with Ruben Diaz. Was it, or was it Rodri? One of the two. I think it was I might have been right the first time. But anyway, it's Neymar over it. Neymar's corner. Whipped in, and it's headed over the top of the Manchester City head there. It was who was it that just got ahead of the Man City man? It was, let's have a look there. There was a push in there as well. Wow. There's Paredes, the man who jumped up. Oh, there's a bit something happened there. The Man City almost got caught out from the back there. Couldn't quite see what happened because the screen had flicked to something else. I think the ball had gone back to Edison, and he had to be very sharp there to get the ball away before a PSG man got in and nicked the ball off him. But I didn't quite see who it was because they were showing a replay of something else. But it's currently Kimpembe anyway. Here is Paredes now. Switches the ball across to Florenzi. It's given away. It's Cancelo, I believe, which it is. And it's given away by him as well now. And it's now PSG on the counter. It's Neymar, and it's going to go behind for a throw in here. Which it does. Very end to end this game. Here's Di Maria takes the throw quick, throws it to Florenzi, and then back to Marquinhos, and all the way back to goalkeeper Navas as well. You take a few touches and then just slow the play down and go short to Marquinhos and then on to Idrissa Gueye, and then he goes back to the goalkeeper again and on to Presnel Kimpembe now. And he's going to switch the play long, but it's tidied up by the Manchester City man, Kyle Walker, and there's a foul there on Riyad Mahrez as well, is there? Or is it just going to be given as a throw-in in the end? Let's see what the referee has given here. Whether he's given the free kick against Mitchell Bakker or given a throw. We will find out in a second. I think it looks like it probably should be a free kick. I don't know whether the referee has given it, which he has indeed. It wasn't there though. It was a bit further back than that, if I'm being a little bit honest. Certainly was right on the touchline, not as far in there as Manchester City want to take it. It is Riyad Mahrez over it though. He's gained a few extra yards here, Riyad Mahrez, and I think PSG might have something to complain about if this one does make its way through to somebody and put it in the back of the net. It is Riyad Mahrez over it, I believe, and Kevin De Bruyne as well. Mahrez is favoured to take it, though, and he does. In fact, no, he doesn't. He leaves it. De Bruyne whips it in, and it's Keylor Navas who comes out. The dummy fooled me there as well by the Manchester City man. I thought he was going to take it down. In fact, it was Kevin De Bruyne who did in the end. It's just PSG in possession now with Mbappe. Good little run as well. He's caught. And this is probably going to be the first yellow card of the game. And I believe it is as well. And it's gone to João Cancelo, the Manchester City left back. And that is certainly, nothing that he can complain about. It's certainly a worthy yellow for that challenge there on the young French superstar. So that is a yellow card for the Manchester City left back on the 30-minute mark. Got to be careful now. Of course, he's got 60 minutes to not make any more rash or stupid moves like that again. Got to be very good with his decision making from now on. Here's Presnel Kimpembe now for PSG, leading this game by a goal to nil, with his defensive partner Marquinhos, the goal scorer. Here's Keylor Navas now, the goalkeeper. It's given away. Here's Phil Foden. Sloppy as well, that was. Phil Foden whips it in. Oh, and that was Riyad Mahrez there onto Bernardo Silva. Riyad Mahrez is complaining about something. I don't know what. But it looks like we might have a second booking here, because there's another foul on Neymar. Stop a breakaway here by Kyle Walker. And I think he'll be lucky not to get in the book as well. He'd certainly be fortunate there. But Keylor Navas certainly was fortunate, because he gifted the ball straight to Phil Foden, and then it was headed on by Riyad Mahrez, I believe, into Bernardo Silva. And in fact, it was Paredes there who acrobatically got the ball away. Luckily for PSG, that was, and also luckily for Kyle Walker. It doesn't look like he has gone in the book. Just that one booking for Cancelo just a few moments ago. Here's Marquinhos now. There's a few people slipping on the pitch here. It might be a little bit wet, a little bit damp. But here's Mitchell Bakker nonetheless, and Kimpembe. And there's Paredes now. I think it was, and then on to Neymar. In fact, it was Verratti, and now it's Bakker. On it goes to Neymar now. Neymar's got a good opportunity here if he wants to shoot. Here's Di Maria onto Florenzi. Good defending there, but only as far as Di Maria, whose effort is blocked by Phil Foden. And here goes Kevin De Bruyne now for Manchester City. There's just a guy there. It's very intricate play in the middle of the park here by PSG. It's now back with Marquinhos. Get it back from Guy again. On it goes now to Verratti. Going to find Mbappe. Mbappe miscontrols it. Mitchell Bakker. Great block there by John Stones, and tied it up in the end by Rodri, who hoops it clear as well. And well defended there in the end by the PSG man. And the goalkeeper Navas comes out and keeps the ball in play. Gives it to Kimpembe. It's currently with Idrissa Gueye. I think Verratti was involved just then as well. And here's Mbappe. Sorry, not Mbappe. Di Maria now. Di Maria skips past a couple of men into Neymar. Mbappe was looking for it there as well, which is why I just saw him there, because I thought he was going to get the ball, but he didn't. Di Maria got it, and he tried to feed Neymar, and it was well defended by Man City. It's currently with their midfield right now, and Bernardo Silva out it goes to Riyad Mahrez. And Riyad Mahrez now Kyle Walker. About 11 minutes of the first half remaining. PSG 1, Manchester City 0. Goal scorer Marquinhos early on in the first half, about 20 minutes or so ago, something like that, from a Di Maria delivery, which was a great corner that was whipped in as well. And it's Manchester City looking to get this equaliser now, and it's João Cancelo in possession, I should say. Switches the play out to Riyad Mahrez, and it's all the way out of play. And Riyad Mahrez isn't able to get on the end of that one. It's just seemed behind for a throw by Mitchell Bakker. I think he's going to take it himself as well, which he does. And he gets it back once again now too. And he's won another one this time, and it's another throwing off of the Algerian once again. So just going to have a look here at some other stats for you as well, as of note. So, of course, Manchester City finished first in Group C. They were 3 points ahead of Porto, and just hang tight as PSG were in there. And it was Di Maria. It was a bit sloppy there from Edison. They might be able to take a quick throw in here, but he looks like he's going to be back in his goal just in time. The Manchester City, Manchester United tomorrow. Manchester City goalkeeper. That's why I said Manchester United. It just come up on my screen, so they're playing Roma tomorrow. As Matt Owens is covering that, and I'm covering Villarreal and Arsenal as Mikel Arteta faces off against Unai Emery. in that semi-final. Here's Manchester City now in possession. Now it's Kyle Walker, Riyad Mahrez now. Back it goes to Bernardo Silva. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Gets it back to Kevin De Bruyne as well, the Belgian. Here's Kyle Walker now. Back he goes to Ederson. Both of these goalkeepers have made quite, sloppy errors. I don't know whether it's when they try and play from the back or whether it's a bit of a wet surface. I'm not too sure, but they both tried to play it out, and they both got caught out of Ederson and Navas in this opening 36 minutes. Fortunately, neither of them have led to a goal, though, for their respective clubs. Here's Neymar. And it goes to Di Maria. Back to Neymar again. Neymar into Mbappe. Mbappe going to try and take it around Diaz. There is he. Florenzi gives it back. Just well defended there, but it's given away. Marquinhos is Paredes now. And it's given away by Di Maria, I think that was. It was indeed. Is Rodri now from Man City. In fact, it was Gundogan and then Rodri. Oh, sorry, Rodri then Gundogan, I should say. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Now it goes to Phil Foden. On it goes to Rodri now. And he's going to go to Kevin De Bruyne. Is he going to use Cancelo? He does. There's now the Manchester City right back Kyle Walker on it. And it goes to Rodri, and it's given to Cancelo now. And now it's Phil Foden. De Bruyne. Foden again. Now it's Cancelo. Cancelo gives the ball into Rodri. Gets it back as well. Manchester City just passing the ball in short little triangles here now. It's Phil Foden. On it goes to Kevin De Bruyne into the box, and Mitchell Bakker does well. Got there ahead of Bernardo Silva and hooks it away for what is going to be a corner ball to the Citizens. Of course, the quadruple for Manchester City is off as well. They lost the semi-final against Chelsea in the FA Cup, but they're still going for what will be a very good treble if they are able to get it. Of course, winning one trophy of the weekend and winning a second one in the not too distant future as well, by the look of things in the Premier League. Kevin De Bruyne's delivery is straight down the throat of Keylor Navas, who gets it clear though. And I think Manchester City only need about 3 wins. It might even be 2 wins now to confirm that they've won the Premier League title. So they will go on and win that in England as well. And PSG, in fact, are not even top of their division. They're second in the Ligue 1. And they're a point behind the leaders. And it'll be interesting to see whether they're able to make that up and overtake them. But Manchester City will certainly win the title probably in the next couple of games. Here's Neymar now. And as I was just saying, that's if Manchester City do go on and win this competition as well, that is still a very good treble, even though the FA Cup is off the table. Good play there by Cancelo on Neymar. That was a good tackle, but then Neymar's down. He's in pain here, holding his shoulder. But whilst we are having a little break in play, I will look over some other information there. It just it says, let's have a look. I'm confused there now. I don't understand what that's about. It says PSG have had a man sent off, but they haven't. I haven't seen anything anyway. Might be an error on the screen. I certainly haven't noticed anything. I have to check there because I certainly don't believe I missed anything. The referee, I haven't noticed him go to his pocket and pick up a red, so it might just be a mistake on there. But I will confirm and let you know if I have made a massive mistake there. Here's Florenzi now into the box. He goes. Here's Neymar. Is that a penalty there? That looked a penalty to me. I think it's Ruben Diaz who took Neymar out there, and it certainly looked a penalty to me. It's fortunate to get away with that one. The Manchester City right back. Sorry, I mean centre back. Here's Rodri now. On it goes to Cancelo, shoots, and absolutely high wide and not so handsome, and not troubling Keylor Navas one bit that effort. That certainly, just showing this one again here on Neymar now. Or in fact, no, he won the ball. It looked like it was. In fact, it was Riyad Mahrez, and it actually looked like it was his own man Florenzi that took him out. If you look at it from that angle, it looked like it was Florenzi that took Neymar out. I don't think there was a Manchester City foot in there in the end. I think it was, two PSG players colliding. This effort here now from Silva. Let's get it to Foden. Oh, good save by Navas. It was straight at him, but he had to do what he had to do, and done well there to parry it up into the air and then get it at a second attempt. But yeah, it was a good opportunity there for Phil Foden. And it's out now with Kimpembe, and on it goes to Mitchell back over about 3 minutes in fact, until we'll be finding out how much stoppage time we've got. And I probably would say around about 1 minute. I don't think there'll be any more than that. It's John Stones now on to Kyle Walker. Here's Rodri on to Cancelo. All the way back to goalkeeper Ederson. And it's now with John Stones again. It's now with Kyle Walker. Silva. Riyad Mahrez. Loses out there to Verratti. Great tackle as well. Is Idrissa Gueye now. There's Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Great tackle by Cancelo. Excellent bit of play that. You see Manchester City looking to build now through the midfield. Here's Gundogan. On it goes to Bernardo Silva. And he goes out to Kyle Walker now. Uses the support of Riyad Mahrez, who uses the support of Rodri and reverse as well. And then into Silva. Good tackle there by Idrissa Gueye. Done well so far, the former Everton man. And it's John Stones now and Ruben Diaz. And here is Kevin De Bruyne. Loses out there to Marquinhos. His goal still the difference. Still PSG 1, Man City 0. With Marquinhos getting the goal from Di Maria's corner in the opening 15 minutes of the game or so. There's Di Maria that's down there as well just now. And it's just going to show this opportunity by Phil Foden once again. But it was an effort that was straight down the nose of Keylor Navas, and it was actually, probably should have caught it, the goalkeeper, but he parried it up into the air and grabbed it at the second attempt. It was straight at him though, so I think probably either side it might have been 1-1, or certainly would have had an opportunity of being 1-1, that's for sure. Paredes now on to Kimpembe. Here's Marquinhos, going to switch it long, is he, towards Mbappe, and it's too long and it's gone out of play. Excuse me. We're about a minute away from the 45. And it's John Stones and Ruben Diaz in possession now for Man City. And here is Cancelo. Of course, got a booking about 14 minutes ago as well, so still got to be careful. Here's Ruben Diaz. And now John Stones. Of course, gets involved today. He starts today because was suspended for the League Cup, and Aymeric Laporte came in and had a very controversial game, did Aymeric Laporte as well. Scoring the winning goal for Manchester City, and from a lot of fans' perspectives, including my own, even though I'm not a Tottenham fan, neutrals and Spurs fans, were complaining that he shouldn't have even been on the pitch, and I was in, agreement with everybody that said that. And then, knowing the way that the game goes, of course, he scored the winning goal, did Aymeric Laporte as well, towards the end of that game. Here's Mitchell Bakker. Here's Mbappe now. Mahrez hooks it behind. We haven't just got 1 minute, as I expected, of the additional time. And it's throw in here by Verratti and Mbappe. Good little bit of skill. Gets it back as well. Neymar onto Mbappe. Tied it up there by Kyle Walker, I think that was. He hooked that clear. Just coming up to the end of this half, about 25 seconds remaining of it. Here's Kimpembe now. Gets it back. Mitchell Bakker, great skill. Lovely back heel there. Riyad Mahrez gets it back from Gundogan. Bernardo Silva, Mahrez. Bernardo Silva again. Here's Rodri now. Gundogan, great turn again. On it goes to Phil Foden. Last chance here for Man City in this half. Cancelo, good block there by Di Maria, and that is the last action of this first half that sees PSG go in by a 0-0 at the break, and it was Marquinhos, the man who got that goal after about 15 minutes, I believe, on the clock. And that is the difference as things stand in this Champions League semi-final first leg over in Paris. It is PSG 1, Manchester City 0. But I'm going to throw you over to Russ in the studio, and I'm going to go and grab myself a drink and then come back for the second half. But yeah, as mentioned, coming into the half-time break, it's PSG 1, Man City 0.
Thank you very much, Mike Harniman, and a fantastic first half commentary from Mike as well this evening. Some great stuff in the first half. The penalty appeal, which wasn't given, which for me, I don't think it was a penalty as well. Some given as well. Some chances from both sides. Brilliant blocks from both defences as well. So I think it's been a very even game. I can just have a quick look for you guys. So some of the stats from the first half, and PSG 46% possession compared to Man City's 54. 9 shots from PSG to Man City's 4. 4 shots on target to Man City's 2. 5 corners to Man City's 2. 4 fouls compared to Man City's 5. And only one booking in that first half, which was for João Cancelo. No red card, as Mike said he probably got it wrong. And if you can still hear me, Mike, out there, you did get it wrong. No red card from either side of this moment in time, as Paris Saint-Germain lead by a 0 through Marquinhos after he scored from an Angel Di Maria corner. Well taken corner. We've got some games in the Women's Super League this evening. It's Birmingham 0, Aston Villa 1 is the latest score in that one. Gregory on 28 minutes. And Miedemeier, Arsenal 1-0 up against West Ham United. That's been played 58 minutes on the clock for that one. In the Simamu Premier, Bala Town are beating Connors Quay Nomads by a 0 or an own goal with that one. In the La Liga, it finished Athletic Bilbao 2, Real Valladolid 2, Morocco and Garcia with the goals for Bilbao, Aureliana and Weissman for Real Valladolid. Australian A-League, Central Coast Mariners were pumped by 4-0 by Brisbane Roar. Gulsferry, Shamness, Parsons and Kudo with the goals for Brisbane Roar. Central Coast Mariners had Uren sent off in the 62nd minute as well in that one, and quite a few games elsewhere as well in the Austrian Bundesliga and the Turkish Super League as well, which I'll just run you through the scores from. Won't give you any of the scorers. Red Bull Salzburg 1, Ozer Pellets 1, Lask 0, SK Sturm Graz 0, WSG Swazovsky Trial 2, Rapid Vienna 3, and the Turkish Super League 5th, Karagümrük 2, Alantaspor 2, Gosep SK1, Trabzonspor 1, Kelaspor 6, Denizlispor 3, Kakur Rizespor 2, Besiktas 3, and Galatasaray 1, Konyaspor 0 is the other results there. Like I say, coming up towards the end of the matches in the Women's Super League, also so especially in the Birmingham one, Birmingham still trailed by a goal to 0 to Aston Villa. Meanwhile, Arsenal women take on West Ham, and they're 60 minutes played in that one, Arsenal leading by a goal to 0. Bring you the results as and when we can for that one. Hopefully you're doing okay and enjoying our coverage tonight. If you listened to our coverage last night as well, I would like to say thank you very much. If you're listening from the beginning of our journey on Football Commentary Live, we'd like to say thank you very much as well. You're listening to Football Commentary Live, the home of alternative commentary, and I'm Russ Vernon providing some of the matches and doing presenting as well. We've got Mike back and we'll have a look at some of the action from the television pictures that we have got in our studio and touch upon some of the action that we can see in front of us. PSG leading by a goal to 0. And we're just looking at the goal again now, Mike, and a brilliant cross, brilliant header, but I'm just trying to figure out who's supposed to be marking him. It's Gundogan at first, gets away from Gundogan, he tries tripping him, Gundogan then stays put, and as Marquinhos get through. Do you feel Gundogan should have been a bit more tighter there, Mike?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's very poor defending, very poor marking from the German. And of course, Marquinhos, they've got now about him. He scored, I think it was the last round as well. And I'm sure it was a corner he scored from in that game as well. So I'm sure they've been watching video footage and things like that. But obviously they, lapsed in concentration and it's made them pay. Marquinhos has made them pay, and it's a good delivery by Angel Di Maria. Good header by Marquinhos, and certainly poor defending. But what was the goalkeeper doing as well? He was didn't even move. He was kind of just stood in one position.
Yes, he was rooted to the spot. Man City have had, like I mentioned, Man City have had some of the chances as well. Just seeing a few of them. This is one where De Bruyne gets into the penalty area, puts the ball across, couldn't pick out anyone in there as well. They've had put pressure on the Paris Saint-Germain back line and won the ball back quite high open. And Bernardo Silva set up for Foden. Fantastic effort from Foden. Brilliant stay by Keylor Navas. That was a decent effort. But Man City, apart from that, have had shots blocked but not really tested Keylor Navas in the Paris Saint-Germain goal. Do you feel, Mike, they need to test him a bit more? 'Cause for me, at the moment, we're watching on from this studio, they've not really tested him much, to be fair.
Yeah, certainly they need to test him a bit. Test Navas and even the back line a bit more as well, because Edison's made a few mistakes with his feet, but so has Keylor Navas as well. And if you look at the options that they've got on the bench in terms of Manchester City, of course they can make 5 subs as well. I believe is that correct?
Yes, I think you can make 5 subs in this competition. I know you can in early. You could towards, I think, in some of the earlier rounds. So
I was just going to say, because if that is the case, then they've certainly got some good options on the bench to bring on. Jesus, Aguero, Sterling. Who else was on the bench there as well? Potentially maybe a Torres as well. They've got some options. Zinchenko as well is a good option going forward if they want to bring him on. Fernandinho maybe but they don't really need to shore things up in midfield. But certainly if you look at the 3 that I would look at, even just right now at half time, I'd look at Sterling, Jesus, and Aguero, and potentially even bring one on straight away for the second half.
Yes, it'd be interesting to see if that is the case, Mike. Just looking through, I think we are correct in saying that you can have 5 substitutes in this. I'm just looking at the semi-final last night and check, see how many subs were made by both teams.
I think they only made 3 subs or I'm not too sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking here now, Mike. For Chelsea, they made 3 subs with Ziyech, Havertz, and Reece James coming on for Pulisic, Werner, and Azpilicueta. As for Real Madrid, they made 4 changes
Okay, so
here
that's
with
fine. Yeah.
Hazard, Arizola, Asensio, and then Rodrigo came on a bit later on
Yeah, so you
for
can make it up to 5 then. Okay, that's fair enough. And then if
up
you
to
look
5
at
then.
with the PSG subs as well, if you look at them, I mentioned Icardi at the start of the programme. I'm sure Rafinha will probably get on. Julian Draxler maybe Herrera, maybe Moise Keane as well. That's the 5 that I would probably look at using. And then, out of that group there PSG have got on the bench.
Yes, I tend to agree there, Mike. Yes, and I know some of you may remember this were mentioned the weekend. The members of the Talking City, Jack and Chris Reeve, who did the 24-hour charity stream
Yeah, I remember
for
when you said,
the
yeah.
Big C, the local charity, Norfolk's Cancer Charity. Well, earlier tonight, I've seen a tweet from them both with regards to how much they raised in total of throughout the entire 24 hours. And Mike, how much do you reckon they raised?
I don't know, but whatever it is, you're going to match it. Is that right, Russ?
No, I am not going to match it.
No, I don't know. Well, let's have a look. Let's say, what would I say? I don't know. 150 million?
It was £23,295.
Obviously, I was joking, not 150 million. I was just saying that because I want to see if you can match 150 million, Russ, but yeah.
Well, 23,295,
23,000 is fantastic. Yeah.
and just a message here from them both. It says, now they've caught upon some sleep. We'd like to say the biggest thank you, thank you to everyone. Whether you donated £2 or £200, thank you all the same. Every penny counts, and we'll be helping people go through the toughest time of their lives when they're affected by
I did
cancer.
see it as well, and you did mention it to me that a lot of Norwich players and ex-players and stuff got involved in that as well. So fair play to them. There was a couple of big amounts that have been gifted by a couple of big name players from current squads and past squads there from Norwich. So fair play to them.
Yes, they've been running tunnels for many a number of years now, and they said last weekend, last Saturday and Sunday, felt like every single fan cam, video, podcast, and watch along they've ever done, all powered up to create a special 24-hour charity live. They want to thank the guests who kept them going throughout the entire 24 hours and entertained the Norwich City fan base and all the other fan bases who were tuned in to watch that. It says the kindness and generosity of the Yellow Army, which is obviously the Norwich fans across the world, has
Yeah.
blown them away. They say thank you for your continued support as always, Chris and Jack. So I just want to give a big shout out to Chris and Jack and great work there in raising almost £24,000
Yeah,
for
that's it's excellent work. Fair play, lads. Well
the
done.
Big C, which is the Norfolk and Waverley Cancer Charity in Norfolk. So big congratulations to Chris and Jack from Talk Noise City, from everyone here. Football commentary live. So
I know
fantastic work.
what I do want to say to you, Russ, as well. Is that you'll know exactly what I'm on about when I say this, but the channel that I'm going to be broadcasting the Arsenal game on tomorrow is certainly going to have it broadcast on for sure because it has reached over the 1,000 followers mark.
Congratulations to Mike on that as well. One of the channels that Mike also runs and does podcasts on Arsenal on and stuff. Different podcasts on there as well. So big congratulations to you, Mike, for reaching that milestone. We'll be almost getting ready for the second half of action between Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City in the Champions League semi-final. It's currently 1-0 to Paris Saint-Germain at half time. We'll be getting ready for the second half in
I
a
think
moment.
the players are just coming out, I believe, behind. You can see them just coming out behind the panel there that they've got. You can see the PSG players just starting to come out now. So
Yeah, Man City players are
hopefully,
out there just coming out as well. Mark, you can see them out on the field of play. The Man City players on the field.
so it probably will only be a minute until we're underway.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for PSG players to emerge as
Yeah,
well, and then they'll
I
be
think they had to, or did just emerge. I think just a moment ago.
getting ready for the second half. PSG just this in the tunnel, just getting ready and
Yeah.
on the way out right now
Uh huh.
as PSG players just start making their way back onto the field of play. It's hand over to your match commentator for the second half. Is Mike Harniman.
Thank you very much, Russ. So, of course, first half was a great first half there. Good opportunity for PSG to kick on now and to see if they can get a couple of goals lead to take back to the Etihad for the second leg. And, of course, that's the away leg for them as well. If they are to go on and win this one by, a good margin, then that might be pretty much game over and job done. But Manchester City do have threats as well, as we mentioned, both in the starting lineup and on the bench. So I'm sure there is plenty more action to be brought to you in the second 45. And PSG are just back out as well just now. And we'll touch on what I was going to say earlier as well, that Manchester City finished first in their group, Group C that was, 16 points, 3 ahead of Porto. And also Olympiacos and Marseille were in that group as well. And then they went on and beat Borussia Mönchengladbach after that as well, by 4-0 over 2 legs with Bernardo Silva and Jesus scored in the first, and then the second De Bruyne and Gundogan. And then the quarterfinals, they won 4-2 against Borussia Dortmund over 2 legs with De Bruyne, Foden scoring in the first, with Marco Reus scoring for the German side, and then Riyad Mahrez, Phil Foden scoring in the other leg as well, with Jude Bellingham scoring a goal which actually gave Dortmund the lead, and Man City were able to go on and get a result there in that one and win 4-2 over the 2 legs as well. And this is actually the 4th ever meeting between these two sides as well. The last meeting was back in a 2-2 draw in... their first ever meeting, I should say, was... when was that? Anyway, it's back underway now, the game. I'll go over those notes again in a moment. I think it was the last meeting, actually, was the 2-2 draw with De Bruyne and Fernandinho scoring out in Paris, with Ibrahimovic and Rabiot scoring for PSG, and Manchester City also had Joe Hart saving a penalty in that game as well from Ibrahimovic. And in the second leg, Sergio Aguero missed a penalty in the reverse. The first ever meeting was a 0-0 draw, actually, in the UEFA Cup. That's back in 2008, that one. As we will move on now, back to today's action, and it's currently PSG 1, Manchester City 0. And I'm your match commentator here on Football Commentary Live, Mike Harniman. The teams are coming in once again as well, and I will run you through them. Doesn't look like any changes at the break, so the 2 lineups for the second half remain as PSG, Navas, Florenzi, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Backup, Paredes, Guy, Di Maria, Verratti, Neymar, and Mbappe. Subs are Keira, Icardi, Rafinha, Pereira, Rico, Keane, Sarabia, Kazawa, Herrera, Diallo, Draxler, and Dagba. And we'll run you through the Man City lineup, but they currently have a free kick, which Mahrez and De Bruyne are over. So I will run you through their full lineup after this has been taken. It's the Algerian and the Belgian over it. Let's see who's going to fancy this. Is it going to be a De Bruyne special again? It is. It's whipped in. And it's Mitchell Bakker that's got that away. I think it was Bernardo Silva, the man that was trying to attack the ball. Here's Phil Foden now. Here's João Cancelo. I'll run you through that Man City lineup again in a moment when the ball goes out of play. Here's Kyle Walker now. Kevin De Bruyne, I think that is. Yeah, it is. Here's Gundogan. It's now Diaz out to Cancelo. João Cancelo now. Phil Foden. Rodri. Gundogan. Out he goes to the left side here, so the right side here now with Riyad Mahrez. When he goes to Silva, De Bruyne, and it's cannoned off of the Manchester City man and away for a goal kick. Their lineup, I will run you through it again. It's Ederson, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Ruben Diaz, João Cancelo, Ilkay Gundogan, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez, and Phil Foden. The subs are Nathan Ake, Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, Sergio Aguero, Zinchenko, Stefan, Aymeric Laporte, Ferran Torres, Mendy, Fernandinho, Garcia, and James Trafford, which make up the bench for Man City, who are in possession right now. And it's given away to Mbappe. Up against Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker does very well there to defend the England international. Of course, Gareth Southgate will probably be keeping an eye on him. Of course, Gareth Southgate, the man who is linked, as things stand, with a move to Tottenham to be potentially their new manager. So that'd be interesting to see whether he is still England manager for the Euros or whether he has moved at that point over to White Hart Lane. Certainly, his name has been mentioned in the same breath as taken over from Jose Mourinho on a full-time basis in the last few days. And it's now Manchester City in possession here now with Kevin De Bruyne. Here's Ilkay Gundogan, here's Rodri. And Mahrez now, Ilkay Gundogan. And on it goes to Foden. Out it goes to Cancelo. João Cancelo now. Good turn. Cancelo is going to use Foden again. Yes, he is. Foden. And there's a free kick in there, is it? No, there's a man down, Cancelo. In fact, I think there's an offside, which is what the referee is looking at. Although the Man City man is still rolling around in pain, so I'm pretty sure the physio will probably be needed as well. And Phil Foden and Florenzi are in discussion at the moment about that last collision there with Cancelo getting that injury by Angel Di Maria standing on his foot. And there was nothing given, and it is a throw to the home side. And it is now Kimpembe. Gets it back from Baka. There's Neymar now. Given away. Rodri onto Silva. It was Diaz now in possession. John Stones. What's he going to do here now? In fact, it was the other way around. It's John Stones to Diaz. And then Diaz hoofs it clear and tries to find Riyad Mahrez over on the touchline, but isn't able to. 50 minutes played. PSG 1, Manchester City 0 is the latest score. Great result as things stand for Mauricio Pochettino's men. And it's them in possession now. Here's Verratti. Here's the number 16 for Man City, Rodri now. And what's one thing Verratti's complaining there that he thought he'd won the throw, but it's gone in favour of Man City, and Cancelo takes it and throws it back to Diaz and on to Stones. John Stones now on to Kyle Walker, and Kyle Walker knocks it ahead of him to Bernardo Silva and Riyad Mahrez. Here's Ilkay Gundogan now, switches it out to the left side, where he finds Cancelo. On it goes to Rodri. And there's Ruben Diaz now. Into the German Gundogan. And switches the play here now to Cancelo. Into the box he goes. Good defending. It's only as far as Foden. Gundogan. Rodri. Now it's Stones. Now it's Walker. Now it's Ruben Diaz. On it goes to Rodri now. And what's Rodri going to do here? He switches the play out to Riyad Mahrez over on this right touchline. He's up against Mitchell Bakker. He plays it into Gundogan. Gundogan onto De Bruyne. De Bruyne, the PSG man slips, and it's on by Rodri to Cancelo. It's good defending there by Di Maria, who wins the free kick as well. Cancelo catches in and Di Maria stays down. As Kevin De Bruyne remonstrates with that German referee who I mentioned earlier. Of course, being Felix Breich. It was certainly a foul by Di Maria, in my opinion, there. But then again, the second one there, Kevin De Bruyne was looking at, maybe making a foul, but I don't think he touched his man. That was with Navas anyway. And PSG is going to play it out at the back, and it's Kimpembe who gives it back to his goalkeeper. And now the goal scorer, Marquinhos, and he goes and plays it in to Mbappe, and he gives it away. I thought it was Neymar, and there's Di Maria now, and it's just a guy just battling there that loses out of the battle. You see Di Maria now trying to close down Ederson. And it's now with Gundogan. On to Foden. Here's De Bruyne now. Out he goes to João Cancelo. Up against Florenzi now. Cancelo is going to whip it in. Straight into the hands of Keylor Navas, who comes out and claims that and then bowls it out to his number 10, which is Neymar, of course, and he's done well there as well. And is that a foul there? I'm sure it is. The referee's not happy with something here. I think that might be Rodri, was it? Let's see. Yes, it was Rodri on Neymar. Body checks him, and it is a foul for me as well. He's putting on, but then Neymar is putting onto his shorts. So actually, it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of another. And I think Pep Guardiola says the same. He's just gone and punched his dugout there, or punched the chair. As PSG have a free kick, which is now all the way back with Marquinhos, when it goes to Kimpembe. 54 played. PSG still leading by that Marquinhos goal to nil. Of course, this is the first leg semi-final as well. Yesterday's game finishing 1-1 between Real Madrid and Chelsea. Of course, 2 English sides in the semi-final. 2 English sides in the semi-final of the UEFA Cup tomorrow as well. Or the old UEFA Cup, because that's going back some time. It's actually the Europa League now. Arsenal going to Villarreal and Manchester United hosting Roma. Both you can listen to on the channel. I'll be bringing you Villarreal and their game against the Arsenal, whereas Matt will be bringing you AS Roma's trip to Old Trafford. Both kick off at 8 p.m. And I'm back on Sunday as well with Newcastle against Arsenal with Jack Cunningham also alongside me that day. 2 p.m. kick-off there in that one. And I think Russ and Nick are bringing you a game on Saturday as well from the Championship, which I'll confirm what it was and let you know in a bit. But anyway, it's PSG in possession now. There's Neymar to Mbappe. Mbappe into the box he goes. Mbappe, what's he going to do here? Kylian Mbappe whips it in. And it's gone behind, put behind by Manchester City man. I think it's Cancelo who put it behind in the end. As Verratti was in. It was actually, let's see, was it Kyle Walker that put it behind? Let's see. It was actually it was between Rodri and Kyle Walker in the end. They got it behind. As Neymar goes over to take this corner ball now. Just going to see what happens from this corner. It's whipped in. Short ball onto the head of Angel Di Maria. And that is high and over the top of Ederson's goal. And Manchester City can breathe again. Just going to get an opportunity here to play it out from the back though, which Manchester City are known for doing, and they tend to do it fairly well as well. Here's Rodri now, switches the play out to Cancelo. De Bruyne is just ahead of him if he wants to use him. Tries to use Foden, but not able to. Florenzi wins the tackle. Gets it back here now from Di Maria as well, and then given away. Here's Diaz, and there's Ilkay Gundogan now. Gives the ball on to Kyle Walker. Plays it on to Riyad Mahrez. Bernardo Silva just left it for him. He's gone into Rodri now. On to Gundogan. Back to Rodri again. On it goes now to Walker. On it goes to Riyad Mahrez. So it's Bernardo Silva. Here's Ilkay Gundogan. Mahrez has moved to the middle that time. Here's Gundogan now. On it goes, given away by Manchester City now. They win it back as well. It's Kevin De Bruyne now. Kevin De Bruyne into the area. It's Phil Foden now. Bit of pressure and pressing here from Man City now. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Is he fouled there? The referee says no, he wasn't. Get up, get to your feet, he says. As Riyad Mahrez just smiles across to him there, thinking that to himself that he should have had a free kick there. I probably would agree with him, or tend to agree with him myself. But it could have been quite a soft one as well, actually. Here's Gundogan now. Triangles there with Laporte and not Laporte, sorry, with Diaz, I should say, and Rodri as well. Laporte's on the bench. Here's Rodri now. Here's Cancelo. Good play there by Di Maria, and he's done well. Di Maria takes it round Cancelo and goes on the little bit of a run in, tries to feed Mbappe. Well done by Edison, come out, done very well down and hooks it long and clear. But only as far as Florenzi. Now it's with Marquinhos. And Kimpembe now. There's Verratti. Kimpembe now. Back to Marquinhos again. On to Di Maria. The former Manchester United man goes to the former Everton man now, just a guy. He gets the ball out to his midfield partner and then knocks it on to Marquinhos, and now it's with Angel Di Maria. And here's Neymar now. Mbappe, well defended there by Ruben Diaz, I think that was that time. Here's Kevin De Bruyne now, and here's Ilkay Gundogan. Given away. In fact, they've won it back of Manchester City through Bernardo Silva, now knocked back to Kyle Walker. Knocks it on to Riyad Mahrez. What's Mahrez going to do here? It's Ilkay Gundogan. Here's Rodri now. Gundogan. Stones. Diaz. Cancelo. Diaz again. John Stones again. And out it goes now to Riyad Mahrez. Almost onto the hour mark. That's good play there by Mitchell Bakker. Done well. He's giving it away though. Riyad Mahrez. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Here's Cancelo. I think that was, is it? Oh, no, sorry, it's Rodri there. Now it's Silva. Now it's Mahrez. There's Rodri again. Back to Riyad Mahrez. Going to whip it in there towards Phil Foden. There's a shot there by Kevin De Bruyne. And it is over the top. And not troubling the goalkeeper, Keylor Navas, in the PSG goal. Good bit of play there from Man City, but just not able to keep that one down, Kevin De Bruyne, and keep it on target, the Belgian international. As the first sub has been made as well, and it is João Cancelo, the man that makes way for Manchester City. Of course, he has been booked as well, and he comes off to be replaced by their number 11, Alexander Zinchenko. He will be coming on, or has just come on at left back. It's the first sub of the game for either side. It's a good move there by Pep Guardiola, because of course João Cancelo is on a yellow, or was on a yellow, I should say. In fact, it's gone off now. Here's Marquinhos. Here's Florenzi. Down the line to Mbappe. Zinchenko, first involvement, does well to win the throw down as well, and then takes it himself, throws it to Rodri. Out it goes to Riyad Mahrez. PSG have had double the attempts and double the attempts on target as well than their visitors from Manchester. Here's John Stones. There's Diaz. Out to Phil Foden. Gets it back to Phil Foden as well. In fact, Phil Foden played it short and almost gave it away. And in the end, it was a Manchester City man who just tried to get it long, but with a sliding ball, was only able to slide it through to Navas. And PSG are not able to do anything with it, and it's ended up back at the feet of Ederson. Just plays it out short to substitute Zinchenko now. And then on to Gundogan, and then Zinchenko, and then Diaz. Ruben Diaz onto Zinchenko again. Plays it short to Foden and gets it back on the overlap. Good play by Idrissa Gueye. There's Di Maria now. Angel Di Maria. Up against Gundogan. Di Maria. Great tackle there by Zinchenko. Man, it's not long come on. He's able to get it clear as well, but only as far as a PSG man, which was Florenzi. Here's Marquinhos. Neymar. Idrissa Gueye. Given away. There's Phil Foden. There's Zinchenko. There's Kevin De Bruyne now for Man City. Feeds the ball through. Is he going to get it back here as well from Silva? No, he's not. He goes to Mahrez instead. Riyad Mahrez. Opportunity there now. And it's Kyle Walker. It's ended up being put behind by, I think that was Marquinhos possibly. Let's have a look here. It was indeed the goal scorer. But then goes and jumps on top of the crossbar as well and hangs from the bar like monkey bars. As Manchester City now have a corner. And it's going to be played across to Phil Foden. It's Zinchenko now. In fact, it's De Bruyne then, Zinchenko. Whatever. Yeah. It's whipped in and it's got in! Excuse me. It's gone in the back of the net. I need to see who it was that went, who got the goal there. Whether it was De Bruyne or was Zinchenko. It was one of the two. But all I know is Man City are level. It was PSG 1, Man City 1. And let's have a look here. It was Phil Foden on to Zinchenko. Then on to, I think that's Kevin De Bruyne, I think. And then he's tried to cross it in. Has KDB looking for John Stones. And it's eluded everyone, including the goalkeeper, and nestled in the back of the net. It's 1-1 now. And the Belgian didn't mean that. He meant to put that on the plate of John Stones, but it's a goal and they all count. And Man City have got their away goal. Here's Idrissa Gueye now. Marquinhos. Pep Guardiola absolutely delighted with that, and rightly so as well. Of course, going to a place as tricky as this and getting an away goal could certainly make a massive difference in the tie overall. And they've done fairly well to keep PSG down to not creating too many chances as well. Here is Marquinhos now. The man that gave PSG the lead. Here's John Stones. On to Rodri. Here's Zinchenko. Got an assist as well as Zinchenko there. Not been on the pitch long as well. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Here's Gundogan now. Rodri. On to Kyle Walker. On to Silva. Riyad Mahrez. Up against Verratti. There's Rodri. There's Bernardo Silva again. There's Walker now. Back to Bernardo Silva one more time. It's knocked back to John Stones. And then Ruben Diaz. Pep Guardiola is certainly going to be delighted that his side are back in this game. And he's certainly got to be delighted with the impact of Alexander Zinchenko as well. And it's PSG taking this free kick here. There's an offside there. It's Marquinhos to Kimpembe. And it's out to the left side now where you'll find the PSG man backer. In fact, it's now with the midfielder Verratti, in fact, this time. And there's a foul there on him. And I'm not too sure who it was by. And it's now with Neymar now. Come to Baka, but it's gone behind and Baka couldn't keep it in play. As we are 67 minutes on the clock. And it's currently PSG 1, Manchester City 1 as well in this semi-final Champions League first leg. Of course, both sides meeting yet again for their second leg next Tuesday, with next Wednesday's game between Real Madrid and Chelsea as well, the second leg of that tie. In fact, Chelsea the home side at Stamford Bridge. So Chelsea versus Real Madrid, I should say. Here's John Stones. There's Silva now. Here's Rodri. There's Diaz. Gundogan. On to Rodri. On it goes to Kyle Walker now. Given away to Verratti. Here's Mitchell Bakker. And all the way back to the goalkeeper. He goes to his goalkeeper, Keylor Navas, who plays it out to Marquinhos as well. Of course, we will look at some other meetings and things like that, what they've had in their last few games. But PSG are in fairly decent form, really. They won last time out against FC Metz by 3-1. Mbappe getting 2, and then Icardi getting a penalty as well at the end. They also won against Angers as well the week before by 5-0 with Icardi scoring a hat-trick. So I mentioned before that he was in goal-scoring form, and I wasn't wrong. Here is Kyle Walker now. Here's Riyad Mahrez. On it goes to Bernardo Silva. And he goes back to Kyle Walker there. Then Rodri. And then Phil Foden now. On to Gundogan. Kevin De Bruyne. Back to Gundogan again. Now it's De Bruyne. Now Gundogan. Mahrez. Foden, is he fouled? Referee says yes, he was. Good opportunity for a shot here, but 25 yards away from the goal, maybe. There might be a yellow card here for the number 8 Paredes as well. I think he's walking away from the referee, but he's going to be shown a yellow, that's for sure, when he turns around. And he is. There we are. So yeah, I was just looking just a moment ago. Icardi's got himself a hat-trick in that 5-0 win over Angers. And also Neymar scored in that day as well, with Manchal getting an own goal. And he also scored in the game before that against St Etienne, did Icardi as well. And he's on good goal-scoring form. So certainly a man that PSG can look at in the remaining 20 minutes. It's Kevin De Bruyne with his free kick. It looks like he's going to be him to take. He's already got 1 goal to his name tonight, of course. A fluke one at that, but still, they all count. As the referee just puts his spray out. Riyad Mahrez is over it as well. Also, I think that's Ilkay Gundogan also over it possibly there. Let's see who's going to take it. And it is just about to be set up, but it's set up for one of those 3 players, the Algerian, the German, and the Belgian, still all over it. And it is Kevin De Bruyne, who looks like he fancies it. And Kevin De Bruyne looks like he's going to be the man to take this one, in fact, is he? In fact, it's Riyad Mahrez, and it's in the back of the net as well. Manchester City have got themselves a second goal, a second away goal. And it was from a very dangerous free kick there. Riyad Mahrez basically just passed that one to the back of the net beyond Keylor Navas. And Manchester City have come from behind to lead against PSG by 2-1. It's a good free kick there from Riyad Mahrez as well. Just beat the diving hand of Keylor Navas. Wasn't quite sure if he was going to be the man to take the free kick originally, but he took it and he did very well there to get it round the wall. And the man that was lying down as well. And it just nestled nicely into the back of the net from the Algerian international. And Pep Guardiola is delighted with that. 2 away goals for Man City, leading the tie as well by 2-1. And it's Riyad Mahrez who has just given them the lead on the night here. And in the first leg of this semi-final, before the second leg next week, it's Manchester City who lead by 2-1 with about 18 minutes left of this game. Di Maria just tries to do a little bit of skill there, and it's gone behind for a throw in to PSG. Got to see if they can come back now, and maybe they will use Icardi, the man I was just mentioning, not that long ago. Of course, certainly a striker that's in form. Something they can get a goal for them. Here's Mitchell Bakker now. On to Kylian Mbappe. It's an important 18 minutes or so for Man City now. Here's Di Maria. Di Maria out to Bakker. Back to Di Maria again. On to Neymar. And good defending there by Ruben Diaz, who hooks it clear to Kevin De Bruyne. Is he fouled by Marquinhos as well? Yes, he is. Kevin De Bruyne stays down, holding his head. And PSG don't want to be doing that, because Manchester City will happily eat up as much time as they possibly can. And rightly so when you're 2-1 up away from home. As Marquinhos just helps him to his feet there. Two of the goal scorers combining, or colliding there, I should say. And Kevin De Bruyne and his side, other side, looking the more favourable, in the more favourable position at the moment. And it's Gundogan back to Diaz, and then back to goalkeeper Edison. But there's a foul there by Neymar on Diaz, and looks like Neymar, the Brazilian, is going to be going into the referee's book now, which he is. The German didn't like that one, and Neymar is the next man to be cautioned. It did certainly look a foul there. Ruben Diaz, looked like he was going to be caught in possession for a second, but Neymar fouls his man and didn't like it as well. Thought that the Manchester City man was making a bit of a meal of that, but told him to get to his feet, and then the referee turned around and gave him the yellow card straight away. Quite a swift movement from the ref there as well, no messing about. As Edison hooks that clear now. Here's Gundogan. It's now with Kyle Walker. It's now knocked on by Rodri to Silva. Here's De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne into the area he goes, not quite. Here's Mahrez now. And it goes to Phil Foden, and his header is straight into the hands of Keylor Navas. And he's able to take a touch. Is he? Let's have a look here. In fact, he's not. He's going to just bowl it out to his defender, Kimpembe there. He had plenty of time. I thought he might have taken a couple of touches and then cleared it upfield, but he'd rather go short in the end with the goalie there. As we are now hitting the 75th minute of the game, 15 to go, plus any additional time, of course. As PSG are looking to get back into this game, to get level. And they are in possession right now with the former Everton man, Idrissa Gueye. And I wonder whether we'll see the on loan Everton man, Moise Kean, at any stage in this game, in the remaining 15 minutes or so. The fact that PSG have got to chase the game, because he is a forward. So could be one to look at. Of course, he scored in that last game as well, didn't Moise? Not that last game. A couple of games ago, did Moise Kean as well. Here's Zinchenko onto De Bruyne now. There's Gundogan. Back to Zinchenko again. He's done well here as Zinchenko. And he's giving it back to the German Gundogan again. He plays it to Rodri now. There's Silva. Bernardo Silva. Here's Foden. Onto Mahrez. Onto Silva. Onto Phil Foden. Back to Riyad Mahrez again. There's Rodri now. Gundogan gets it back from Kyle Walker. Then is fouled there by Idrissa Gueye. And this, the referee here said 2. So I think that might be enough for Idrissa Gueye. He might be in the book here as well now. Let's have a look. The man wearing the number 27 shirt for PSG. And in fact, the referee is going to let him off without a yellow card by the looks, I think. But there is a man down here still for PSG, for Man City. And in fact, the Idrissa guy is going to get spoken to. And in fact, the referee has sent him off. The referee has sent off Idrissa guy there for that challenge on the Manchester City man. And for me, I need to look at that one again, but that is the right call. I want to see it one more time, but I think the referee got that bang on. Let's see. Idrissa guy on Gundogan is late, very late in fact. Yeah, for me, I think you can't have too many complaints with that. And I think the red card is pretty much probably justified. And all to do now for PSG. 2-1 down in this game, remember. And now a man down as well. The former Everton man getting his marching orders. There's an injury here to Manchester City now. And whilst there's a bit of treatment, I'll tell you what we've got coming up on the channel this coming rest of the week. So tomorrow with Matt Isles is AS Roma's trip to Old Trafford to face Manchester United. And then, of course, at the same time, you can hear myself with Villarreal hosting Arsenal. It looks like Fernandinho is getting ready to come on here for Manchester City in this one tonight. And, of course, there is some more action over the weekend as well. As the referee just showed Guy the red card there, and Neymar's reaction kind of says it all. So we'll see in a minute whether Fernandinho is going to... In fact, there's a substitution here now. It's Danilo, the number 15, coming on for Pereira. Sorry, Danilo Pereira coming on for PSG, I should say. Just going to see who he's going to come on for. Of course, he is a midfielder, so going to be going in where Idrissa guy goes. I wonder whether that means they might have to take off one of the front men, which they are indeed, with Angel Di Maria making way. So not the evening Di Maria would have wanted, and not the circumstance he would have wanted to be taken off in as well, as Pereira comes on to replace him. There's a substitution there for Man City as well, coming up with Fernandinho ready, but he's not come on and entered the fray as of yet. It's Man City in possession at the moment, though, with Rodri out to Silva. As Kevin De Bruyne now whips it in towards Zinchenko, but it's gone behind for a goal kick, which Keylor Navas is going to take with about 11 minutes to go. Maybe 10 in fact, but probably a little bit more in fact than even 11 with stoppage time. Because there will be 1 or 2 minutes added on with the red card and other substitutions and things like that. So we will probably see 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the second half here at least. As PSG are looking for a way back. But Manchester City are able to sniffle it out. And it's Rodri on to Diaz and then on to Zinchenko now. And back to Ruben Diaz again and then on to Ilkay Gundogan, and then on it goes to Zinchenko now. And just looking at the shape here, it does look like Danilo is going to centre mid, and looks like they've gone 2 up top there as well. It looks like they're having Neymar and Mbappe leading the line together now. So it's kind of like a 4-3-2 formation for PSG. And here's Manchester City in now. Here's Riyad Mahrez. And it's good play there by Kimpembe. Does well. And there's Pereira now. Danilo Pereira given away. There's Riyad Mahrez again. Here's Zinchenko now. Out it goes to Kevin De Bruyne. Into Gundogan. There's an opportunity here for Man City now. Bernardo Silva is that. He can give it to Riyad Mahrez. On to Rodri now. Rodri's going to try and get it into the box. Rodri tries to get it in and it goes off Lorenzi, who just chests it back to his goalkeeper, Keylor Navas, and he claims that comfortably. Does the Chilean goalkeeper. Sorry, the Costa Rican goalkeeper, I should say. And it's now with Kimpembe. And now it's Mitchell Bakker. It's gone behind that. Of course, yes, Keylor Navas, the Costa Rican goalkeeper. So apologies there. I think I mentioned Chile accidentally. Not just that time, but maybe one or two other times as well. As PSG are looking to bring on Ander Herrera now. And he is going to come on in place of Leandro Paredes. He's going to be the man to make way. So that is the former Manchester United man coming on for the last 7 or so minutes plus stoppage time. Still waiting to see whether Fernandinho does come on for the away side. He hasn't as of yet. And I think it was in regards to possibly if that was an injury for their man, but everything seems okay. It's now Zinchenko in possession of the ball for them right now in terms of Manchester City, that is. It's good to go. Here's Zinchenko again. Kevin De Bruyne now. Out to Riyad Mahrez. Is Riyad Mahrez fouled there? No, he wasn't. It was good play by Neymar in the end. Mitchell Bakker involved as well. It's currently Manchester City just in possession of the ball in their own half with Ruben Diaz and now Rodri, and now on to Kevin De Bruyne. On it goes to Bernardo Silva. Riyad Mahrez is he's over there waiting as well. He's got the ball in now. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Rodri on to Mahrez. Mahrez shoots and it's fired wide of the goal from the former Leicester man. And not troubling the goalkeeper there, Keylor Navas from Riyad Mahrez. Good opportunity though, and he's looked good today as Riyad Mahrez. He's certainly wanted to make things happen. He's already scored a goal as well. And certainly in my early thoughts for man of the match. But anyway, Mbappe tried to feed Neymar there, and it's good defending by Kyle Walker. Intercepted that and played very well to knock it back to his goalkeeper. As here's Gundogan now on to Zinchenko. Here is Bernardo Silva. Now it's Kevin De Bruyne. Now Riyad Mahrez. What's he going to do here? Riyad Mahrez. He plays it into the middle to Ilkay Gundogan, the German. He's going to go back here to Rodri. De Bruyne, and then back to Stones, and then out wide to Riyad Mahrez. He beat, took the ball from Kyle Walker, that was, and then Gundogan plays it to Zinchenko over on this left touch line. Here's Gundogan now, plays it to the area. Mitchell Bakker tries to do some acrobatic clearance there, but instead he's able just to leave it, and then it goes behind for a goal kick. Keylor Navas just gave his defender a heads up there, and in fact, I don't know whether he actually knew what he was doing. I think if he touches that one on, we could have been in all sorts of trouble there, could PSG, but fortunately they got a lucky escape. There's an injury here now for Danilo Pereira, and there's Kevin De Bruyne. He's just whacked him in the face, and it looked like he whacked him in the face, and all the PSG players are now surrounding the referee and looking for the red card to even up the numbers. What's the referee going to do here? It's only a yellow. All the PSG players surrounding the referee there. There's about 6 or 7 of them. Let's have a look here. It was actually nothing in that. It looked like the PSG players were all complaining that it was an arm to the face, where in fact it was just an arm to the chest area of Danilo, and certainly only a yellow card, is enough to suffice there. And there's a couple of bookings here for PSG. I think Mbappe is remonstrating with the referee still as well, as is Marquinhos, who's kind of just wanted to calm him down. Mbappe is certainly not feeling very happy right now. Certainly feels his side have been unjust in regards to their sending off. There's Neymar now given away to Foden. Phil Foden. What's he going to do here, Foden? Oh, unlucky by Phil Foden there. And the effort is straight down the nose of Keylor Navas. And there's a little bit of a collision there between Foden and Marquinhos as well. It's pointing up towards the closing few minutes of this game. And a little bit of ill fate between the two sides. A little bit of, potential that this game might end on a little bit of a sour note, which is, not great considering that these two sides are probably one of the favourites to win the competition, and certainly, some of the better sides in the world as well. You don't want it to boil over. Here's Neymar now. Oh, and he's caught by Gundogan there. There's got to be a yellow, surely, from the referee there to Ilkay Gundogan. In fact, no, it's not. I thought it was certainly going to be a yellow there. Here's Neymar. In fact, he's just caught him again there as Gundogan. Yeah, again, he's got away with it, and he's not even given away a free kick that time. And that's two in the space of about 5 seconds. Here's Ander Herrera there. Was he caught by Rodri there? Yes, he was that time. Might just be one last opportunity for PSG to overload the box and get everyone forward. Bring the centre-backs forward as well. Ander Herrera fouled. Marquinhos up from the back. Kimpembe up from the back as well. Neymar's over the free kick. Florenzi's just heading into the box as well now. Neymar whips it in. Good header there by Ruben Diaz, but only as far as Herrera headed in to the area there by Marquinhos. Now it's Pereira, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Good defending there by Bernardo Silva, but Manchester City done very, very well to defend that one, and defend it well as well. About a minute plus stoppage time to go, and as things stand, this is a fantastic result for Pep Guardiola and his men. They're doing it in a good vein of form as well, Manchester City, and continuing on from winning the League Cup at the weekend with an even bigger scalp out in France right now. As things stand, that is, anyway. Here's Rodri on to Kevin De Bruyne now, who slips in the middle of the park, but then gets the ball across to Gundogan anyway. Here is Bernardo Silva now. On it goes to Mahrez. Just Manchester City just knocking it around at the moment. Here's Bernardo Silva now. Riyad Mahrez again. Here's Kyle Walker. There's Rodri. On to Zinchenko. Had a very good appearance as he come on to Zinchenko. As we enter 4 minutes of stoppage time. Here's Gundogan. Out to Mahrez. Into Rodri. And it's chested back to Navas by Florenzi. And then Navas just bowls it out to Neymar, and he gives it to, I think that was, I couldn't quite see it. I think it was Herrera, and then Neymar was fouled there as well. Just somebody went through the back of Neymar there. And he's still remaining down on the deck. Just want to see, it was Herrera was caught by Silva originally, which I think is actually the one that the referee has given the free kick for, which it is, the one further back. It was Marquinhos got it from Kimpembe there, and it's now with Herrera, and he's fouled yet again, as we have had the first of 4 minutes of stoppage time. And PSG are going to try and get everyone forward to try and get this equaliser now. We'll look at the next couple of games as well when we get a moment. It's whipped in and it's gone into the area there, and it's well defended by Manchester City, and Kyle Walker in the end just hooks it clear towards Verratti. I think it is. He's back there now, and it is him who's just caught by Kevin De Bruyne. And the next few games for PSG, they've got Lens, and they go to the semi-final out in Manchester next week, and then Stade Rennais. This is away from home, and then Stade Reims, and then Stade Brestois as well to round out their next five. And I'll go to Man City's next five as well now. They go to Crystal Palace at lunchtime, 12:30 kickoff on the weekend. And then the next one is PSG at home, which of course is the second leg. And then Chelsea at home on the 8th. Then Newcastle away, then Brighton away. And they finish off their season against Everton at home, but then potentially could have a Champions League final as well. Here's Neymar now for the home side. Try to find Mbappe there, but well defended by Zinchenko. De Bruyne there. Foden. Gundogan. Foden. Rodri. On it goes towards Zinchenko, but it's backed by Marquinhos, the goalkeeper. Navas there. Of course, both of these sides have done very well to get to this stage. PSG, as I mentioned earlier, they won their group that consisted of Leipzig and Man United. And wow, what's happened there? Let's have a look there. Mbappe was through as last man as well, and I think he wants a red card, but the referee says nothing given on him by Ruben Diaz, not even a free kick. Their group consisted of Man United, Leipzig, and Istanbul Başakşehir, which they won. Then they went on and they beat Barcelona over 2 legs and Bayern Munich over 2 legs to get to this stage as well. Did the French side. We're about 45 seconds away from the end of this game now. Great result for Man City as things stand as well. And it looks like they're going to try and build on it here. Try and get a third as well. Because they keep in possession in the attacking third. And it's De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne fires it over the top. Gone behind for a corner though via a deflection as well. And that's a great way to defend. Best way of defending is attacking, of course. And that is, in fact, it was Keylor Navas who got the touch on that. Now, this will probably just be played short, considering we've only got about 12 seconds left of the game. And it looks like Kevin De Bruyne is going to get it. He does from Silva. And it's now Silva. What's he going to do here? Phil Foden plays it into De Bruyne, who leaves it for Mahrez, but Verratti sees it behind. And that's probably going to be that, I believe. And in fact, it is, as the two managers shake hands there, Pep Guardiola and Mauricio Pochettino. And in this game, it's been a very enthralling match, this one. So it's plenty of action, plenty of talking points for you as well. Marquinhos gave PSG the lead. And then Manchester City came back, equalised through Kevin De Bruyne. Then the winning goal was a free kick by Riyad Mahrez. Idrissa Gueye was sent off for the host as well for a nasty challenge. But Manchester City have done very, very well here out in this game out in France to beat PSG by 2-1. And are in a good position for the second leg next week at the Etihad Stadium. And looking very, very good for their win as well. So over to Russ in the studio. But from this game, it's finished PSG 1, Manchester City 2.
Thank you very much, Mike Harniman. And Mike, just while we've still got you there at the moment, mate, who was your man of the match this evening, sponsored by Commentary Services?
Wow, this is a hard call today. I think there's a few from Manchester City there that I could have chosen, but if you look at the way that game turned on its head, it has to be a choice between maybe one of two names. And it would have been either Kevin De Bruyne or Riyad Mahrez for me. And I'm going to give it to the first of those, the Belgian Kevin De Bruyne. He's going to get my vote today.
Why has Kevin De Bruyne got your man of the match, Mike? What made him stand out more from Riyad Mahrez? Because those were the two he said he was going to choose between, and you went for De Bruyne. Why was De Bruyne the better one, in your opinion?
I thought he just looked to make things tick going forward, to be honest. I thought he looked lively and got himself a goal as well. Created a couple of other opportunities. Always looked dangerous when he was going forward. And for me, that's what you want from, your sort of number 10 or, somebody playing in that role. So, yeah, Kevin De Bruyne for me for those reasons.
Yes, thank you very much, Mike. So Kevin De Bruyne, your man of the match for those reasons between Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City. Some of the results for which was being played also this evening in the Women's Super League. Birmingham 1, Aston Villa 1. Sarri equalised in the 96th minute for Birmingham City after Gregory put Villa in front on 28 minutes. Also in the Women's Super League, Arsenal 2, West Ham 0. Miedema and Little with the goals in one in each half. In the Simumu Premier, Ballatown 2, Connors K 1. Oren and Jones for Ballatown, all an own goal. Pete sent off in the 79th minute, but Morris pulled one back from the penalty spot for Connors K. Nomads from the penalty spot in 80th minute. Athletic Bilbao 2-2 with Real Valladolid in their game in La Liga. From the final score, go back to the one at half time. Central in the A League, Central Coast Mariners 0, Brisbane Roar 4. And in the Austrian Bundesliga, Red Bull Salzburg 1, OZ Pellets 1, Lask 0, Sturm Graz 0, WSG Swarovski Tyrol 2, Rapid Vienna 3. And in the Turkish Super League, 5th Karagum 2, Alantaspor 2, Gusip 1, Trabzonspor 1, Kayserispor 6, Denizlispor 3, Kakur Rizespor 2, Besiktas 3, and Galatasaray 1, Konyaspor 0. Tomorrow on the channel, don't forget you can join Matt Ios as he brings you commentary of Manchester United's first leg clash in the Europa League against Roma, and also you can join Mike Harniman for his coverage on Villarreal Arsenal's game away to Villarreal as well. But I just
The
want to say,
battle
Mike,
of Mikel Arteta and Unai Emery. Yes, it'd be a good one.
yes, and I just want to say, Mike, I just want to say on behalf of everyone at Football Commentary Drive, thank you for your excellent commentary this evening. And I just want to make an announcement as well. You may listen to this over on Twitch and on our Twitter feed via Periscope, but you may not have seen the tweet which we put out 3 hours ago on Twitter as well. Is Football Commentary Live will join English football for social media boycott from 1500 on Friday 30th of April to 23:59 on Monday, May the 3rd, in response to the ongoing and sustained discrimination and abuse received online by players and many others connected to football. Enough is enough, and you can see that on our Twitter feed of our Commentary Live 1. So the commentaries over from that we do on Saturday and on Sunday will be posted here on my Facebook, on my YouTube channel. We'll probably put them out on Mike Harniman's YouTube channel as well, so you've got two places to listen to the game on YouTube if you're out and about. And we'll be back on Twitter and on Twitch from next Tuesday onwards for any of our coverage of our matches. We just
And
want
of
to
course, we
say,
will
Mike, on behalf
probably
of,
be on. We
like
probably will be on
like we
next
said, on
Tuesday
behalf
and
of
next.
the Football Commentary Live, I should say on behalf of everyone here at Football Commentary Live, enough is enough, and there is no room for racism in football or any walk of life. And I think everyone else at Football Commentary Live will echo my thoughts there, including yourself,
Yeah,
Mike.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I was just sorry. I was just saying there as well that of course we probably will be back on Tuesday and Wednesday next week anyway, bringing the second legs of these two games.
Yes, we'll probably be back next Tuesday with the second leg of the game you've heard tonight between Paris Saint Germain and Man City, and then Wednesday night when you hear Chelsea's return leg against Real Madrid, which is evenly poised, and Man City will win 2 away goals in this one tonight. But from myself and from Mike and the team here at Football Commentary Live, thank you very much for listening tonight. We'll catch you tomorrow with action on all of our social media platforms, which is YouTube, Twitter via the Periscope, and on Twitch as well. But on
I was just going to
Saturday,
say, Russ, before, because we haven't really sort of dissected the game before we end it or anything like that, and I wanted to get your thoughts on the red card because, for me, I thought it was a red card when I saw it back, and I want to see, and I actually thought in real time it looked quite dangerous as well. So I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on the red before we shoot off.
Yeah, I think he was a red, Mike. I seem to agree with you. I thought he was red at the time, and I'm not sure why the VAR checks everything, every challenge, every goal, every decision from the officials. So I don't know why they had to wait that long to decide to double check the referee got it spot on. He
Yeah,
was
I
spot
think I
on,
think he was.
in
I
my
think it was
opinion.
late. Yeah, I think it was very late, and I think you saw by the fact that the Man City man was down for a minute or two, getting treatment that he certainly was in a lot of pain there. He was able to continue in the end, so it was okay for him. But I think that that's certainly a red card, and of course he's going to miss next week's game as well now, and that's going to probably be quite a big miss for PSG. Who I was surprised, didn't use Icardi, didn't use Julian Draxler. When you look at the game, Manchester City, of course, were 1-0 down at half time. They got kind of a freak equaliser really through Kevin De Bruyne, and then went 2-1 down through the Riyad Mahrez goal. And even before the red card, they were 2-1 down. So I thought they would have turned to the bench and maybe looked at some of those attacking options. But today they just didn't fancy doing that.
Yes, no, saw the free kick again, Mike, and as you mentioned on commentary, he said he went round the wall. He actually went through the wall
Right.
between Kimpembe and Paredes. They both jumped, and there was a gap between them both. Paredes weren't tied to Kimpembe, so there was a
Yeah.
little gap as the wall jumped, which he went through. Even though there was a man on the line, on the floor, he would have stopped it, and it was a fantastic free kick from Riyad Mahrez. And I think you mentioned it was between Mahrez and De Bruyne. I would have probably gone for Mahrez, not just because of that goal, but I thought he played better
I think
without the
overall
chosen man of the
his
match.
performance was good as well. I think I could have gone with either really. To be honest, I could have gone with Phil Foden as well. Phil Foden was good. He looked lively. There was a number of players there for Man City that played well today, but I decided to go with Kevin De Bruyne in the end.
Yeah.
But I could have gone to a number of players that even Zinchenko when he came on, he changed the game a bit as well. But yeah.
Yeah, and also, Mike, on the PSG side of it, looking on that side of it, Keylor Navas could have probably potentially gone for PSG for the saves, when he kept it to 1-1 for quite a bit. Then when he was 2-1 in Man City, still had chances. He kept PSG just to a goal behind, which will give him plenty of hope going into next week's tie for me.
Yeah, and I also thought that Angel Di Maria had a good game as well. And unfortunately, he had to go off because of the sending off. He was the man that was sacrificed. But I thought up until that point he was playing quite well. And if it was 11 against 11 and they'd kept him on, then he certainly got enough to create things for PSG as he did with the goal as well, setting up that goal from the corner.
Yes, and like I say, we'll be back on Saturday over just on YouTube. But until then, for myself and Mike, on Saturday we'll just be on YouTube. Saturday and Sunday will just be on the YouTube channels. But from myself and from Mike, we'll see you on all three platforms tomorrow. I'll be with Matt Iles doing the Manchester United game. Mike will be on his own doing the Arsenal game. So if you want to show him some support, please show him some support. We'll discuss off air which game's going to go on the Twitter and the Periscope, and whichever one is not will just be on one of mine or Mike's YouTube channels. So if you want to check it out, Russ Vernon is where you are tonight if you're listening on YouTube, and it's Mike Harniman if you want to listen to it. If you want to listen to the other game tomorrow night, but we'll decide
Yeah,
off
and
air.
actually, also, my other game tomorrow will be on all of the Gooner Elite pages as well. So that will go across to the Gooner Elite YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I'm going to try and put it across the lot. So we'll actually probably still end up going across 4 or 5 platforms anyway for that game.
Yes, so we'll go across a few platforms on this one as well. So thank you very much for listening, guys. We'll see you again soon. But for myself and for Mike and all the team here, a very good night.
Cheers. Thanks a lot, everyone.